like a bag of popcorn, started from the bottom and blow up to the top. It's been 2 weeks since you became a superstar 3. 2 weeks since the long journey. You finally got time to enjoy a good meal, a couple of pieces of chicken, and a nice little bath, but no bubbles. You sit back and relax while your team isn't in the playoffs, but enough time has passed to ponder, and you finally had enough games to give your opinions on Superstar 3, your opinions on mascots and no mascots while playing a game as an archetype. Yo YouTube, what's crackalackajackasmacin? It's Waffleman for video. And listen, man, mascots and Superstar 3, and you guys know it's double rep already, but after playing as a Superstar 3 for 2 weeks, man, is it worth the grind? Is it worth grinding for a Superstar 3 if you don't have a YouTube channel or you're not a Twitch streamer? I mean, you know, if you want to play as the mascots, it's cool, but you gotta realize something, right? This is the first 2K game where you actually have archetypes, and the gameplay with archetypes and without archetypes, as in previous 2Ks with the mascot, there's definitely a difference. I mean, back in 2K16, I could use a mascot all the time and feel basically the same. But in this game, you know, I got 7 archetypes, man, and using some of the archetypes with some of these mascots, some of it just doesn't work out. So I'll start with my sharpshooter, okay? Most of the time you see me on the park, if you see me playing as my sharpshooter, most of the time I'm gonna be the Magic mascot. I'm gonna be playing as the Orlando Magic mascot. And the reason for this is quite simple. The mascot for the Orlando Magic is big, and as a sharpshooter, it's gonna help me a lot because I can defend different positions even though I'm a sharpshooter, and it's just bigger in length. And honestly, I don't know, whenever I play as that Orlando Magic mascot with my sharpshooter, I'm wet, man. Even though you kind of can't see your release because the mascot's so big, I'm just wet. And I guess he's just big enough to where I guess sometimes the contest doesn't even matter, and I still be grabbing rebounds, and the defense is there because he's so big. So I'm not sure if the freaking size of my player increases, because you know, back in NBA 2K16 and 2K15, when you were to play as a mascot, they said that your height and your stuff like that, it wouldn't increase. You just have the appearance of a mascot. But in this game, I feel like you actually gain weight and gain height, or lose height sometimes if you're playing as a mascot. That's why I don't even use the Raptors mascot that much, because when I play as the Raptors mascot on any of my archetypes, he becomes so small, and I'm like, god damn, I know the Raptors mascot isn't this small, but he's really small, and I'm playing as my lockdown defender, and I'm just getting out rebounded like I've never been out rebounded before. So I stopped. I don't even use the Toronto Raptors mascot that much. But the most mascot I really use is Franklin, and Franklin is really versatile with a lot of my archetypes, man. I can use him with my playmaker, I can use him with my sharpshooter, I can use him with my lockdown, and most of the time I'll be pretty good. So Franklin is a very good mascot. I like Franklin, and he's actually a pretty good weight. He's a pretty good size, and especially with my playmaker, man, he's just fantastic, man. I love using Franklin the mascot. The other mascots like Rocky's cool. You know, I could use him. He's cool, but he also, like the Raptors mascot, he's on the small size. So he kind of makes your player a little bit smaller, but he's still a little bit bulky. You know what I'm saying? So he works out fine. And then we got the Pistons mascot, which, again, the Pistons mascot is a bigger mascot. He has more muscle, more mass to him. So I usually use this mascot when I'm playing as my post scorer, because it actually works out well. And here's the thing about these mascots, right? Some of these mascots, just because of their mascots and the way they're constructed, you won't be able to block their shots sometimes. Like some of these dunks you'll take with these mascots, you won't be able to block their shots, which is great. That's the great thing about these mascots. That's the cheesiest thing about them, because sometimes you get these animations with the mascots, and because of their size and because of the way they're constructed, you can't block the shots, which is crazy. And sometimes you might be in a position where you actually play better defense with the mascots. But here's why most of the time, if I want to be playing for real, like if I'm playing as my mascot, I'm having fun, I'm trying to get gameplay and stuff like that. But if I'm trying to play hard and trying to try hard or try to win a game that looks like it's going to be competitive, sometimes you actually might see me without my mascot. As you see in this stage game right here, I'm not playing with my mascot. And I think from now on, every time I go to the stage, unless I'm Franklin the mascot, which is the Philadelphia Sixers mascot, I'm not going to be playing as a mascot on the stage. Because listen, no lie, whenever I put my mascot on my lockdown defender, my lockdown defender just doesn't play as good. I don't know why, man. I don't know why is that. I'm guessing it's because, you know, I got max wingspan, and turning into a mascot affects the max wingspan or affects the height or the vertical of the lockdown defender. I don't know what happens, man, but I just know that hasn't been grabbing as much rebounds as without the mascot on, and he hasn't been playing as great. I mean, the defense is still there, of course, but my lockdown defender just plays better when I have no mascot. He just feels more fluid. And that's the thing about the mascots in NBA 2K, which I hope they get better in the future. I think the mascot gameplay might not be as fluid as, you know, regular player movement. And it would make sense because you're using a mascot now, so it's going to be different. But, you know, when you got max wingspan and you're like 228 pounds and you're 6'7", you know, it could get kind of difficult to be playing as a mascot as a lockdown defender, because I don't know what happens, but you lose something. So that's why you see me playing sometimes without my mascot on as my lockdown defender, or even as some other archetypes, because I just feel like sometimes without playing as my mascot, I get a boost and I play significantly better, and I'm able to grab more rebounds, my wingspan's back together, my lockdown's just a better player, man. But that's just what I've had from what I've experienced, man. But if you guys are also Superstar 3s, let me know how you feel about the mascot gameplay in 2K17, man. Do you think it affects the way your archetype plays? Now, it doesn't affect every archetype, because like I said, man, sometimes in some situations it can make your player actually better, like it does for my sharpshooter. My sharpshooter, I always use the Orlando Magic mascot. That's a must now. And Franklin's also a great mascot to use for all my other archetypes. But like I said, man, most of the time you'll see me with my lockdown defender. I won't be probably using a mascot if I'm trying to actually win the game, because my lockdown becomes so much better, man. I'm able to jump high again and do all that crazy shit. But anyways, man, leave a like for more. I'm out for now. Peace.